Hey folks, it's Wednesday and that can only mean one thing. It's another Q&A day. So let's get straight into your questions. I'm going to try and keep my answers brief. If you want more detailed answers, please consider signing up for the Eczema Healing Workshop, link down below, or just simply setting up a one-to-one session with me and we can discuss your case in detail. Bespoke to you, we can set up a program for you that is going to get you through this as quickly as possible and as pain-free as possible. One size almost fits all, but if you've got little details or special things about your case, then it is worth setting up a consultation. So, to get straight into it, Mike O'Neill says, "Hi, just wondering what your view is on food intolerance tests. Do you think they are helpful and accurate?" The short answer is yes, they are helpful and accurate at the time when you do them. The main thing to bear in mind with food intolerance tests is they are only accurate at the time you do the test. So especially if you're going through a detoxification protocol, your body is on the move. It's changing. So the things that you are taking aversion to, intolerant to, allergic to, may not be the same when you're halfway through the healing program, or may not be the same when you're at the end of the healing program. For example, I had a massive issue with gluten during my early healing phase. And in fact, there was a phase when I was only eating bananas and spinach just because of what I was experiencing with my gut at the time. But now I can obviously eat a much wider variety of foods without being intolerant to them. Next question. Hey man, I've watched a load of your videos. Just wanted to ask, when you were on your healing journey, did you consume a low oxalate diet and cut out gluten, etc.? And did you take supplements to restore your gut health? Also, were you juicing at the time for detox purposes? Thanks for your attention. You're welcome, 102_95. Thank you for your question. The first part of your question, low oxalate diet. No, I didn't focus too much on low oxalates. Wasn't too bothered about that. Maybe it could have saved me from some of the detoxification symptoms I was experiencing, but this does differ from person to person, which is why all my clients keep a log and we spot patterns and make tweaks and changes as we go along. I did cut out gluten because I noticed this in a huge way. It was really messing up my digestive system and it was even causing me an almost allergic response. I was getting definitely much more major flares from day to day when I was looking back at my log. If I had gluten, I was definitely flaring over the next couple of days. Supplements to restore my gut health. Yes, I did. Got videos about that one. And was I juicing? I was certainly juicing. I got lots of videos about juicing and also got recipes and lots of other stuff if you want more information about that. Yeah, I can't really get into too much more detail. I know you probably want me to talk about what juices and what supplements and all of that, but really those are videos in and of their own right. Please search around on the channel for those other videos or get in touch or ask a more specific question and I will answer more specifically on certain supplements. Next question, do you have an issue with people eating some animal protein, chicken and fish primarily? Edvert 1996, we've been in touch for quite a long time. I'm surprised you don't really know my stance on this. Obviously, I don't have an issue with that person. I mean, you're free to do whatever you want to do. I don't judge people for eating animal products. But if you are trying to detoxify your body, then you are trying to eat an easy to digest diet. I cannot stress this enough. People say, why do you have such an issue with animal products? Well, look, it's about what is inside those animal products. Animal products contain no fiber. Meat has no fiber in it. So if you're trying to improve your digestion, if you're trying to improve your body's efficiency, you don't want to be including animal products, regardless of all the other ethical reasons and environmental. It's not about that. When we're talking about eczema, this is about improving your digestion, getting the gut back on track, clearing out your colon, getting your liver and kidneys back on track. You want to avoid chicken and fish and all other meat for that matter, if that is your goal. Thank you, Air Mountain Rescue. Love your work, but I'm trying to make a video here. Alrighty. Saul Lopez says, Greg, any recommendations for sleeping better at night? I get more anxiety at night instead of calming down and falling asleep, and I don't know why. Okay, so interrupted sleep, anxiety at night can be traced back to a number of different things. Let's see if any of these grab you. Are you eating your food quite late in the evening? If you are, then your digestion is probably still happening. I like to leave a 2-hour gap between your final meal and getting to sleep, more if you can. Another thing would be, are you using screens? Like, are you spending a lot of time on your phone, your laptop, or TV screen shortly before bed, or like an hour or two before bed? These things are certainly not going to help you get into that shutdown. You want your body to start to de-stress, just wind down, shut down, get all the stress out of your shoulders, out of your body in general as you progress towards the evening. And you want to get yourself into a really good shutdown regime. Anything you find that helps calm you down, settle your skin down. Any foods that you find particularly aggravating, avoid anywhere near bedtime. Anything that is remotely stimulatory, have early on in the day, not anywhere near bed. If you're having teas, coffees in particular, anything like that, get them out of your life if you can, but if you have to have them early on in the day, away from the bedtime. If you find showering or bathing particularly relaxing, maybe do that at night instead of first thing in the morning. That can help you wind down into a better sleep. What sort of pillow are you using? Are you using hypoallergenic stuff? Could that maybe be aggravating you in a way that you haven't yet realized? What sort of washing powder are you using? Maybe that might be aggravating you as well, and just slightly itching your skin, and so it's causing you more anxiety as a knock-on effect. And finally, You're in My Spot FB page says, what are your tips for weeping? I've had a small patch on my forehead that's been weeping for about 1.5 weeks now. The main thing to do with weeping is to keep it clean. Stop it getting infected. So there's two phases of eczema. There's the first phase, which is the red, angry, weeping, wet, horrible phase. And that progresses through to hopefully a less itchy but drier sort of white, flaky phase later on. And if you're in the early phase, the weepy phase, you're going through some heavy detox right now. Your body's really just pushing out as much as possible. And you want to help it to do that. You want to keep your diet extremely simple. Remember, most of the work you do with eczema is all internal. It's about your lifestyle, your diet. What you do externally is just keeping the area clean. Don't use any detergents, any soaps or anything like that. You only need to use water just to keep the area clean. Keep it breathable, so you no need to cover it, especially being your forehead. Keep your hair up out of it if that's potentially going to get in the way. And push through. Be patient with it. Keep consistent with your diet and your lifestyle, and you should get through okay. So that's it for another Q&A video. Next Q&A coming up next Wednesday. Leave your comments and questions down below. Sign up over on Facebook at the Eczema Healing Community if you're not already part of that group. It's a very helpful group. There's about 1,500 of us in there at the moment, and we're all trying to do the same thing: heal naturally, drug-free. And if you are unable to sign up for the workshop or any personal coaching, that is your next best bet. We'll see you somewhere along the lines. Drop me a line on Instagram if you want to get in direct touch, or email address is info@eczemahealing.org. Thanks again. See you in the next video.